What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a haul video. I think I have 10 to 11 decks to show you guys. It's not like a particular theme. Apologies if I may seem a little off today because I got up at like 3:30 just to be able to make it to the office by 7 a.m. Or actually before 7 a.m. because I'm supposed to clock in at 7, so I had to get up at 3:30 a.m. and I'm kind of tired. So the first deck that I'm going to show you guys, it's I guess a regular RWS deck, but it's holographic. Y'all know how much I love holographic or rainbow stuff. This is the box. I'm hoping the deck looks like this, but like holographic, obviously. This is the back. There's no actual name for this deck. It just says tarot cards on the box. Key to the Tarot, that's what the book is called. We're going to sniff it. Ugh. Ooh, it smells like alcohol. Ooh, it is colored though. Technically, it's a colored little book. Oh, this cardstock is actually kind of decent. I thought it was gonna be flimsy. These are the backs. It's a fairly thick deck as well, kind of chunky. So it's holographic, but they also made it into a rainbow image. I don't know if it's gonna capture on camera. But even if the holo wasn't there, it's still like a rainbow image. Does that make sense? Like what the box showed. This. That's what the image actually looks like on each card, except they have holo foil on top of it. That's pretty cool. I think this one was $10 when I got it on Amazon. $7 to $10 with tax and everything, which isn't bad for a tarot deck, and it's just like your RWS, and it's holo. It's holographic. I guess I'll show you more cards. It's your typical RWS, but it's holographic. It's so pretty. Look at that. I doubt I'm gonna do a flip through on this deck just because it's your typical RWS. Unless you guys want me to do a flip through on it, then I will, but for the most part, I don't think it needs one. Cause like it's not like it's images you guys haven't seen before, you know? Next is the Divine Doors. I believe this would count as an affirmations deck, not necessarily an oracle deck. It's cute. It opens up like this. It's so tiny. What I thought was cool is that each back of the card is literally like a different doorway. Ooh, look at that blue. And then in the front, they have the affirmation or inspiration. Here, let's get one just cause. Let's see what we get today. This was the doorway we got today, and it says, oh, it says 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. This is what I just read in case you guys want to see. Really cute deck. I think this is the second of these types of decks that I have. The first one is like a mermaid themed one. Next is one of a Radleigh Valentine's decks, which I think used to be Doreen Virtue or Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, but now it's just Radleigh Valentine. I do like Radleigh's decks. I have, I think, that's my cat scratching a cardboard box. Have you heard that? I have, I think, 2 to 3 of his decks already, and I got a few more. This is the Fairy Tarot Cards by Radleigh Valentine. I mainly like Radleigh's decks because of the little, I guess, paragraphs of information each card has, or like little sentences. Here, the Dreamer, and then you have the little sentence down there. I can't read what it says because it's backwards and it's kind of tiny in the viewfinder for me. These are what the backs looks like. This is very glossy, as you can see in the reflection. Aw, I just noticed the first card is damaged. Well, that sucks. How did that even happen? I just opened the deck. Right there, there's a chip on the first card. Gosh darn it. Don't you hate when that happens? Like you haven't even touched or used the deck. You literally just opened a new box and the deck is already damaged. Like, how did that happen? I can already see these are also color coordinated, or at least sort of, because like the majors I think are blues, but then you have deep blues over here, which are the same color. These decks are also really, really good for like if you want to use them even for affirmations of the day or a card of the day type of thing. My bad, I forgot to show the guidebook. It does come with a fairly chunky guidebook. It's also cool that the word fairy here is in holographic foil. It smells kind of good. It smells a little fresh, like fresh paper. It's not colored, it's black and white, but that's fine. Next is a deck that I've been wanting to get for a while too, but mainly to use it towards my in-your-face readings. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, an in-your-face reading is a reading that I came up with that I have on my website, which is always linked in the description. The type of reading it is, it's kind of like that no holds bar, pretty much in your face. What's the word? Vulgar type of reading. It's not gonna sugarcoat anything. There's gonna be some hilarious parts in the reading. It's kind of one of those that shouldn't be taken too seriously. Like they're not meant to be taken seriously. It's hard to describe, but maybe the deck that I'm gonna show you is gonna help. This is the deck I'm talking about. Literally the title of it says Take a Magical Fucking Journey. And there's 50 cards in here, which is pretty cool. With plenty of profanity, of course. There's also a few other decks that I want to get to use towards my in-your-face readings, but this was one of them. These are the backs. No guidebook in here. I mean, typically you don't need a guidebook for affirmation decks. I don't think I've ever seen a guidebook for affirmation decks. Cardstock wise, it's fairly thin. Pretty flimsy. The first one says, be a unicorn, not a twatpus. Oh no, my bad. Not a twatopus. I don't even know what that is. There you go. Look at that beautiful unicorn. Oh my god, they're stepping on an octopus. I just noticed that. I can't read what the affirmation says. It is too small and backwards on my viewfinder, but you guys can read it for yourself. Let me just get a random one. Here's a fucking sign to start living the life you always wanted. Dang, Jesus. Look at that happy narwhal on the moon. But you see what I mean about like in your face, vulgar, hilarious, kind of, yeah. So this next deck I didn't know existed until I randomly saw very, very old videos from another YouTuber that I watch called Rachel Spirit and Soul. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who that is. But I saw her using that deck, well, this deck that I'm going to show you right now, in one of her very old videos, I think from like 8 years ago. Yes, I did start watching some of your videos from 8 years ago. I'm not sure if you're gonna watch this video, Rachel, but I'm just saying, you got me into this deck. And that is this one right here, Magical Times. I can't read backwards. Empowerment cards, I think is what it says. Look how pretty that is. This is the back. Oh, it opens like this. Muy fancy. Okay, it has a literally a little white book. Very thin, not gonna sniff this. There's no, I guess, pictures of the cards, but that's cool. Ooh, look at these bags, very rainbowy. And this is what the cards look like. The artwork, I don't know how else to describe it, but the word peaceful, something about the art in general, it just feels very peaceful to me. I believe it's the same artist who did, I don't remember the name of it. I'll put a picture of the deck on the screen, but I also have that deck too. The art style looks very similar, which I think is also what drew me to the other deck too. It's just something about the art. It just feels very peaceful. And I feel like the affirmations are also just as peaceful. So there's no numbers on the cards, but it is in alphabetical order. I just noticed. The deck smells nice. I kind of want to get a card and see what it says. Hold on. I'm not going to shuffle the deck. Oh, size-wise, it's like typical Oracle card size, so it's comfortable to hold. Cardstock is fairly sturdy, but still flexible. I'll go over the cardstock and all that when I do its own flip-through video, as well as for all the decks I'm going to show you guys today. But I want to get one for myself. Oh, I got a butterfly. Look at that. I'm just going to read what it says really quick. Metamorphosis. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. This is true. Girl, when I tell you, trust the process. Mira, sometimes I get anxiety because I think like the process is not working. But I had to remind myself, it's okay. we're gonna get through this. We're just, you know, things are changing, and that's fine. Things have to change, right? That's the point. The point isn't to just be in one spot and that's it. You gotta change. Change and adapt. Change and adapt, you know? I'm excited to see the rest of the cards and what they all say, as well as to do like one card pulls or the little mini readings that I do on my Instagram stories. I just cleaned my mocos, so apologies if my face looks red, because, you know, I cleaned my mocos. Next, this deck, I was kind of hesitant to get because I didn't know if anything to do with it was AI related. And I was just really hesitant on getting this deck because I wasn't 100% sure that it wasn't AI art. I did reach out to one of the tarot related groups that I'm in, Amethyst Ascension here on YouTube. You guys might know her too, but I'm in her group and I posted on her page because I wasn't sure, and I'm like, somebody here might know. So I asked, like, does anybody know if this deck has like anything to do with AI? Because I'm like hesitant. I was also going through my wish list at the time to see what I still wanted and what I didn't want, and this was one of them. Another YouTuber named Priscilla, whose channel is A Life Full of Simplicity, commented and helped me out, confirming like this deck and another deck that I had a question on wasn't AI. It's just like calligraphy. Is that the word? No, calligraphy. Why does that sound wrong? Collage. What the hell is calligraphy? Did I just make that word up? Collage art? I'm sorry guys, I'm tired, okay? But it's just collage art and like, I don't know, CG, digital art mixed together, calligraphy. Anyways, the deck that I'm talking about is called the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which is this deck right here. My heat is about to turn on, so apologies for the noise in advance. This is the back. It opens like this. It's a clasp box. This is what it looks like. There's a ribbon as well to pull your book and cards out. It comes with a chunky guidebook. This is the front of the book. There's the back. We're gonna sniff it. It smells pretty good. It smells fresh. There's no pictures. It's just words. These are the backs. It looks like a father clock thing going on there. As far as cardstock goes, it's a matte, well, semi-matte finish because there's still some shine to it, and it's flexible, man, I can't talk today, flexible, but still sturdy, you know, although I feel like it's gonna keep a bend in it if you riffle it fairly hard, you know, like those hard rifflers. Here's the first card. Look at those cozy houses. Prickly cactus. And there's 64 cards in here, which is nice because most Oracle decks just have 44 cards. The colors in here are also really vibrant, and they have this like dreamlike feel to them, which I love. This next deck I've had on my wish list for a very, very, very long time, and that is the White Newman Tarot. I think it's weird that their decks open from the bottom. It's just awkward. Ooh, this box is blue with stars and stuff. There's like cardboard in here. I'm assuming that's there so the deck doesn't like move around as it's getting to you, I guess. Has a nice hardcover book. Here's a close-up of it. It's a fairly thin book though, at least. I wish it could have been thicker. I feel like it should have been with this type of cover and everything. It is colored, although the images are fairly tiny. There's a plastic card condom, take that off. These are the backs. It's also a glossy finish. It's a fairly chunky deck too. This deck is also very bright and vibrant. Look at the teals and blues in there. Now I'm wondering if it's intentional, but it looks very grainy. Kind of like the grain that you see in a video, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Here's the Five of Cups. If I get a little closer, you see what I mean by like the grain in there? It's not like pixely, but there's like a grain effect going on. We have another Five of Pentacles. So the grain is on, I guess, the whole deck. I didn't even notice that when I'd see other people's flip-throughs. Hopefully it's capturing on camera. I don't mind the grainy look to it. It's just something I didn't notice. It smells nice. Now this next deck, I was kind of going back and forth on it. I think I remember putting it on my wish list, taking it out of my wish list, going back and forth, and then I just sat down and I just like tried to take in each image, and I was like, I'm getting drawn to this deck. A part of me is saying like, no, it's not your usual type, you're not gonna like it, but another part of me just kept getting drawn to the deck. It's another one of Bradley's decks, by the way, which like I said, I love. Mainly because of the layout of how they do their decks, because they have, you know, your title, the image, but on the bottom they have either a full key phrase, key sentences, like you have 3 different separate sentences to use in readings, or it's just a whole like paragraph of a meaning on its own. But anyways, so with this deck, the reason why I kept going back and forth on it is because I'm not too much of a fan of decks that have like real people in them, like real photographed people in them, without any sort of, not enhancement, but like some other digital art or some other art form meshed up in there instead of it just being an image of a person. It can be an angel, but the angel just looks like obviously a person with wings, and to me that doesn't really draw me to a deck. I need to see something else in there, which is also why I kept going back and forth with this deck. But I was like, you know what, let's get it. You're being drawn to it for a reason. Worst case scenario, you don't like it, I can just resell it on my website. It's fine, it's totally fine. The deck I'm talking about is the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Bradley Valentine. This is the back. You can see on the cover that I showed you guys, it's an angel and a person, right? But something about this deck, it just, I don't know, it just kept bringing me back to it. And I was like, you know what, let's get it. Let's see how it is. It has to be something, right? This is a big ass guidebook. Look at this chunkster. That's huge. This is the front book. The back. We're gonna sniff it. It smells good. There's no features. It's just a lot of words. Why is this so thick? So they have an initial meaning of the card, an additional meaning of the card, and a wisdom card. Excuse me, I almost burped there. Maybe that's why the book is so thick. See, like additional meaning, wisdom card. I'll look into it more when I do the actual flip through of the deck. These are the backs. Really cool wheel. They're little tarot cards. I'm assuming tarot cards of this deck. I did notice these are matte finish. I'm used to, well, yeah, all of the decks that I have from Bradley so far are the super glossy finish. This is the only one that came in a matte finish. Here is the Fool, which is called the Dreamer in the deck. Now, if you notice down here, my fingers are awkwardly placed. Down here, there's, I believe that's a letter? Might be a number. My bad. So that's the number down there. And then on this corner, there's letters. So in this one, it's a M and an E, like me. But if you see here, there's more letters coming up on the deck. And I'm wondering what that's all about. But we shall know more when I do the flip through, because then I'm going to look at the book and all that jazz. Let's see a few more cards. I'm assuming this is the page of fire. Why? Because it has a P on the top, P for page. They look like a fairy? They look like a fairly young person, like page age. And they also have a little fire symbol on the top left, which is neat. Here is the Six of Swords. If you notice on the boat, it says Vita Nova, which I believe that means new life. I think in Latin. Vita is life. Nova, I think, is new. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. My Latin is not fairly good. I used to be good at it many years ago. Here's the Ten of Pentacles. Notice on the bottom right, it has the letters J-O. Joe. Again, we'll know more about that once I do the flip through, but I just thought it was really interesting. Maybe it's the art style. I don't know what it was, because there's not a lot of augmentation of the human beings in the deck, but something about the deck drew me to it. And I guess I'll know what it was or why when I do the flip through. This next deck, I really wish it was on sale, but I get why it wasn't. It's because it's fairly new and it came out not too long ago. And it is the Oracle of Birds. Here's the back. The book is a bit bigger than the cards. Here's the book. There's the back. Really pretty. We're gonna sniff it. It smells a little weird. Not the worst, but it does smell weird. There are features in here. Black and white though. This deck also came with a damaged card. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. This card right here, it's like damaged right there. It's where the paper card condom was wrapped around it. So it's kind of damaged on both ends of the last card. This is a bit weird. The backs have writing in it. So these are the backs of the cards and all of them have the same writing. I wish there wasn't any writing. I kind of wish it was just this background over this. Like this is kind of ugly, sounds too harsh, but you know what? It does. This looks ugly. This white circle with all that could have not been there and just make it this with the pretty feathers. I'm just being honest. These are glossy finish. They look so pretty. Are these numbered? I don't see numbers. Are they alphabetical? Yes. Hen and the Rooster. I love that each card has like a different colored background too. That's really cool. The red kite. The swallow. Really pretty. This will be really nice for card of the days as well. This next deck I got on a whim. It wasn't on my wish list at all. Well, I'm sure it was a while ago and I forgot why I took it off of my wish list. But it's a crystal deck. I actually don't really have, well actually I don't even think I have crystal decks at all now that I think about it. I don't think I have any crystal decks. I think this is my only crystal deck. I used to have one by Colette Baron Reid, but I wasn't really getting much out of it and I ended up just using it for mystery divination bags where you get like random tarot and or oracle cards from many different decks plus other stuff. So I ended up using it for that because I wasn't getting much out of it as far as using it for readings. But I don't think I have any other crystal decks. I do now though. And I'm talking about the Crystal Grid deck. Now what I thought was weird though when I got it is that it wasn't wrapped in any sort of plastic. It kind of just came like this from Amazon. Oh my god, look at that hollow. Whoa, look at the effect that my ring light is doing on the back. That's so cool. Open it like this. But yeah, I was a bit worried because like it was just like this. There wasn't any plastic or anything, and I'm like, is this used? Because I bought it new. This is what the inside looks like. What is this? I was like, this is too small for a book. Hold up, what is this? Whoa, it's so pretty and colorful. Let's see if I can show you the whole thing. Look at all those crystals. Have you guys ever seen that meme? Look at all those chickens. Please tell me some of you guys have. There's a bunch of info and stuff on the back. It has like a velvety thing to hold the cards. I might just take this out. Can I take it out? I can. So this is what the deck actually comes in. These are way smaller than I thought they were gonna be. I was kind of hoping they would be the same size as Kim Cran's, I think it is, where she has like a archetype oracle deck, but they're circular, but they're fairly big cards. I was kind of hoping these crystal cards were gonna be the same size. But I mean, that's fine. They're cute and tiny. They're portable, I guess. The crystal is, I guess, in a glossy finish, like spot gloss, which is pretty neat considering the rest of the card is matte. And there's like little details going on here on the black part of the cards. It's a, what shape is this? Octagon? I'm not good with geometric shapes. You know what shape it is. Each card on the back also has a lot of info on the crystal, which is nice considering I don't know many crystals. I only really know the ones that I'm more drawn to, like moonstone, clear quartz, amethyst, labradorite, opalite, pyrite, more, I don't want to say the more simple ones, but I'm just more drawn to those. Although I don't mind learning about all the other crystals. That's why I thought it was nice that this was an 80 card crystal deck. So there's 80 crystals in here for me to learn about. Look at that. That looks like a, not a diamond, but it looks like a jewel. Oh, that's cool. I'm just noticing the backs are colored. Everyone knows this one, right? It's selenite. Here's all the info for this selenite card. I like that each card has the name of the crystal, but it also has like keywords that go with each crystal, which is nice. I didn't think the backs of the cards were going to be colored too. I'm interested to see how I'm going to use this deck. And now the last deck that I have to show you guys, I've been kind of contemplating whether or not to get it, because again, it mainly has people on the cards, and that's kind of boring to me. So I was like, what if I don't like this deck? Am I going to like it? Am I not? But then another part of me was like, well, it has something to do with the dead. And I like talking to the dead. So why don't I just give this deck a try? And again, if I don't like it, I can always just resell it on my website. Or repurpose it for like my divination mystery packs. That deck is the Beloved Dead Oracle. I wasn't expecting the box to be this huge, to be honest. This is the back. It's a magnetic glass box. Well, this lady looks really scared. Tell me she doesn't look frightened. There's no ribbon to pull the cards out, which is annoying. There it is. Okay, I'm breaking the box. It's falling apart. So there is a ribbon. Can I just take this out? Oh, I thought the ribbon was gonna be like connected to this, but it's connected to this. I mean, I can always take the ribbon off and just like stick it on here myself, you know? Okay, this card condom was already coming off. There you go. Here's the front of it. It has that very frightened looking lady. Here's the back. That's a pretty mysterious backing here. So it makes me think of a tree with little fireflies in the distance. We're gonna sniff it. It smells a little weird. It kind of has a hint of that comic book smell, but it's not strong enough for me to like it. Ooh, it is colored. Technically, it's colored. There's more like sepia tones in there, but still. It is gold gilded. Not a fan of gilded decks because they chip and it looks ugly. These are the backs. I can't tell if that's supposed to be like torn butterfly wings or like torn flower petals. It's a semi-glossy finish. It's not like that high gloss, super gloss, but it is glossy. My deck has like a weird bow going on. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's like a weird bow or something. Cardstock wise, it feels cardboardy. It also feels like one of those decks that will keep a bend in it if you riffle it, which I'm not a fan of. It is flimsy but flexible, but again, I don't think I want to attempt to riffle this deck. This is the first card, Spirit Throne. Creativity. I'm interested to see how I'm gonna use this deck in my paranormal readings, my Tarot with the Dead, or paranormal pick-up piles. Promise. That's another reason why I was hesitant with getting this deck, is I didn't know how I would use it or incorporate it in my readings. But I guess we'll find out, right? I just noticed my box came damaged too. Thanks, Amazon. Well, that is it for this haul video. If you guys stuck to this part of the video, leave the fairy emoji in the comments, whichever one you'd like. I think there's like 3 different fairies, so leave whichever fairy you want. Leave all the fairies if you want, but leave the fairy emoji so I know you watched the whole video, which means a lot to me. Don't forget to like the videos. It helps me out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.